This lecture is about the Dutch modernist movement, de Stijl, which literally means the style. The style was meant to be a universal language of geometric abstraction that would communicate without language to all viewers across all nations. This should sound familiar. It's very similar to the Neoplatonic philosophy that we talked about last week, in which the purists believed that if they use this geometric abstract style, they could overcome all of the nationalist disagreements of the First World War. So this has the very same type of desire. They have this real utopian worldview because they believe that this visual language will lead to a fresh start in society, and they want to unite all types of visual culture under these same geometric principles. And so that in that way, this is also a type of Gesamtkunstwerk. Now, you already watched a movie about Mondrian. What we're focusing on here is the graphic design component of de Stijl. So de Stijl was established primarily by Theo van Doesburg and Piet Mondrian. Van Doesburg here, this is his composition, the cow. And here he is illustrating how you can break down a cow into geometric forms. This is from 1916. It should remind you of Cubism. I mean, especially this part right here. This very much looks like a cubist cow. But then he takes it to its extreme where you just have these literal geometric forms. So artists in de Stijl are interested in how they can use geometric forms to communicate in a manner that would be universal. Whether it's successful or not is hard to say because I don't know about you, but this does not look like a cow to me. But you can see what they're trying to go for. So here's Mondrian's. This is tableau number 2. This is what's called non-objective art. It's art that doesn't represent anything from the natural world. You saw the video about Mondrian. This is just another example, but what you can see here is that he's using the most basic forms of representation. The colors are the primary colors and black and white. The lines are perpendicular, vertical, and horizontal. So it's about how can I use the most basic geometric forms to create meaning. Within graphic design, they try to integrate the same sort of styles. So if you look at the text here, it's all capitals. The image in the center is formed with vertical and horizontal lines and black and white. This right here is hard to see, but this is de Stijl, written using only rectangles. So talking about the typography of the magazine, Van Doesburg writes, the magazine will only concern itself with the modern style. Typographically and aesthetically, it will be austere without any trapping, so no ornamentation, everything just this geometric abstraction. So here's the alphabet that Van Doesburg develops, and this is all based on squares, right? Every single letter fits into the square. Some letters are more successful than others. For example, the H, I think, communicates very well. However, the X sort of looks like an H, and so you can see here the limits of trying to work in this style where they didn't want to have any diagonals. They wanted everything to be vertical or horizontal. So here's a later issue of the journal de Stijl from 1921. And this is far more legible than the version that we looked at a moment ago. So here, NB is the name of the journal, and then he puts de Stijl in black letters right over it. And so what I find interesting here is it's still very much horizontals and verticals. I mean, there's only one diagonal in here, right? But it is far more legible. It doesn't, you know where to look. You notice also that it's in multiple languages. So we've got it in French, German, English, Italian, and then Dutch. So you see that they see themselves very much as being international. If we compare this with Dada that's happening around the same time, you can see some of the strategies are similar. So Dada also, so on the right we have Schwitter's März, his journal that was produced a few years later, and it has the red and black color again and this overprinting of the text across the margin. So this red here shows the overprinting. And so in that way it's very similar. But when you put them next to each other, the De Stijl on the left is far more austere and spare, and as a result, more legible. The last thing I want to show you from De Stijl graphic design is this ad for salad oil. So this is an ad that the De Stijl artist Bart van der Lek made for a salad oil, and this is supposed to be a man holding a bottle of oil. So here's the bottle of oil, there's the cap. Here's the man's face, he's got a little mustache, a tie, here are his shoulders. Now this was never actually made, it was rejected by the salad oil company, perhaps because it doesn't quite work universally.